Sabaya twen common so I dem you know say we share Badwam on Adom TV, multi TV. So I'm not sure ba. Thank you for your time. So it me edin komo kama say braso say de Mpensenpensemu djumedi no yetimi e de ebro na ba for so na me admire betai wachi e wo Konongo this weekend na ba for oye wasi eyi. That's my senior brother. Oye wasi nti ebe beta wachi ewo Konongo one also free amanoni abanyina no sabre ye mamu nyina akwaba se mo be celebrate the late Gabriel Kingsley Brimpong don't know friend father root of 97 years nti onyame di chair Konongo this weekend yebeko na yakota ebusianfo achi yedne tompem on the 7th of May ewo OTN block C15 Konongo na afi ne ufu somo no Gabriel's Catholic Cathedral ewo Konongo ebe Konongo marketo na ekoye ufu somo na afi yakope ne crack be na afi ne crack ne busianfo asatena 7th May ya memende de animu ewo Konongo social center 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. nti yenhye so na BBNT miko kama emfa yenkota ebusuachi na PSK Gabriel Kingsley Brimpong Father Rudolph yenkota onachi emma bi ene Yera John Kujo Brimpong wa film ka say Madam Angelina Brimpong Okumase Mr. Raphael Brimpong Wakra Madam Faustina Brimpong Ewakra Madam Georgina Nyako Brimpong Italy Madam Rita Prempe Brimpong UK Mr. George K Brimpong Kumase Mr. Lawrence Kojo Brimpong Belgium Mr. Alex Francis Brimpong Italy Mrs. Lucy Brimpong Ose Aye Ewo UGMC Accra. They are for pledge me Omayene Kwabna Santi me afuni. I'm proud to be an Afonian. Michelle said the Ebema from Puntu in the Kanko Timia Kosuno made this so until found so din show me na educhu mwamo sa papa bi Kenya se hima me atreswa hima papa bi nti wa fa odin hye honom na fe ye nto ayen komo so sa o hye sa boni wi a the bigger picture is Ghana na we di Ghana hye so na bibia dachi hene mpacho fa me kwa afo ehyen na elodu nua free honom no Yerua George Boachi afo regional minister Mesrew sa loading we no entwen ma your name mansa me di aye Ghana ekose na esem sa ka cho na mchwa agenti wa oni regional minister wa hafu bia na George Boachi o se sa mfonyi na presla na dachi hindi be 50 vinisi ya no onhwe na ontu hu anamo if says the yet na sa na tie dia emwa se ebi munuhwe ebi si kwan ebi sesi kwan so elodua manabro so you know already you know this in ye ko mo twitwa na dodo na illegal ti era Boachi me se over some for in here me se bi adu aso e honada make sure say obetimi ama sanity a prevailing wo ahafo na obi betwa nua one for problem and some fambre it's very very important na hwe so se betwa ne kwan so edua na ye twa no e betwa ne kwan so na bibia betimi akoyi e de amai meaning say dachi ne president for you already if we can watch it before me introduce Madesha or Matanasi. It's very, very important. The era George Boachi, Miss Sela Obibre, and for you need that so. Make sure so. But more than 2 hours na more. It's very horrible. Electricity lines are going to post the lines be na we. Na e bonito kru no bi so wo a. Afi ne be nyame na de manyame na agi. How? And away in so okwa mu nyina nti we no muni measurement bi o kai na manom di duanam so no mo piepia e post ni wires ni ko wiem. How? For we are better off than some of these things. Where ya kwan mu nye papa da we ekosesi kwanswa. And regional minister to anamonko. Shameful to anamonko. You know, maburu no so amo sa bia hono so no. Mo so mo nya crowd se mo so no. Ka bi obetu sa na mo we anya papa bia mo nya crowd mo stop car no. Na mo assembly ni ndiri. Yeah, we are fed up with some of these things. You know, be a proud Afro and protect Afro and protect Afro's interest. It's so important. You're quite contribute or them. If money could be dance or the problem number. The enquire every more for in your could do some papers. And the enquire. You know, it's too much. Madam was we are back to the studios. Here are Miracles Dennis Ampofo-Adjei, Director of Local Government, Watenase. Local Government and Decentralization at Tenase. Read him say, Sabeka, former ambassador, His Excellency, Sam Piales in Sabekano. Dennis Akwaba. Ghana for we don't respect zebra crossing. Ultra kwa him say kaka na ball. I was just I said wow.
Obi pentem.
Obi jina zebra crossing.
On my own him say almost about 80 to 90% of car accidents in Ghana lack of patience.
I'm surprised. It's only body we are saying Yamina. What do you mean?
It's now being said mostly accidents with head-on collision. And as I tilted off the road, and as I bobina.
Now, only panic that is the only spot I am managed to be to me and they cross the quay. It's ordinary Simukwan, and I won't say they intend to cross the quay. Who can on cross the quay, and I'll be as a patch of Uchama, Debbie. Or Pejawa to baby, because we're in
the say Ghana ha, and Rabba Kwa Yina, to me this way I am being sunny in a public toilet.
Maybe a Joshua,
male and female.
A Hong Kong.
They are coming in our we will need to see a boom run. They are coming in a holiday male and female need so be I no cry
or no so. But the core, the Batia says a mind chicheriano, so I never will the build up among mine to me.
Also, when I last, I think about 2 or 3 in Casa. So it's very important, say, you discuss all these national issues. The better citizens and so
along. Because mudu do ni him say ni na a buy responsibility. The zebra crossing kwano say car no crowd my cross no me the boni pa na ya buy responsibility I buy sana ni pa do na
ya junior dey bia me ka say the way ya to me rise up see ya demonstrations at your political class. Sanka you need to me rise up na ye fight kankes nketenkete bia. For example, Ghana ha obi ada to ni trim say wokoye bibi na say ade a obekọ na AQ nipa bebree
you found no tua
you found no tua nto bia e kwa no pa no bia credit card ko tua nto me koro na mu nyina akra so da matua
na bufu aba ho na dede ni bia because bia per shortcut
it will be am we the 1000 amako
obi atua
obi abetua nto me koro na 1000 na so da mu di line na ye ntokwa what is say you ya obi sika ya say obi sika adwa na ye say all manner of the impersonation me say dancing about 2 weeks ago obi ko find me picture no dey create Facebook account na we clone send them details in pepe nti wo no send no message e from me honorable Dennis Ampofo-Adjei na me recruit nkofa for immigration nti me send no momo na send 1,000 cedis cost.
I don't get this thing
na obi so afford for you.
I don't know
na dey you say what fall you na fe na offer obi say
because there na
because they are too trivial.
Yeah, that's the only means.
That's the only means.
You know people they okay obi baba me ko immigration me mama 10,000 dey for na immigration ma me 10,000 na me 10,000 ma immigration there na me ko why na me ko is
to be catch say na otua 30,000 mo bi so the call
now what 30,000 and I keep telling people
but a mentality that shine it say
but if we don't reorient because yes sir maka say amemo nu koye say be John Mahama ne say na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo these two personalities obi awo enisuade hu papa but yen so o mo drag you along no because na natisui oya hye nyina ewie na ya be implement ya enforce na ya hwese be decision so ya ntimi anya ho adwuma e cost 90 go
want to give this Ghana ha Minister of Interior ben MPP o NDC o hwan and obeka say oye recruit na oje talent na and all there.
But that's why I'm asking. Me say
so I just say
and they pay.
Yes. Oh, what you that's media make me say
victims they pay school a year you can what you can school placement you can me say a month before that me can on this platform on Adom me can ya ma woni say e binima sebe omunim de Quran etua 7,000 what you wi o complain chem school be na o ko tua ma so men ka one of them men ka
you say brutu muti we
or 7,000
or 7,000
8,000 5,000 na omo say ni panan kasa o sa te o dia ka onim
je de bia me ka chem ko for TV ni radio say e ba no school placement e computer But when you have genuine
case, when you ready to move to them, they will solve the problem for you.
Yesterday I had a genuine concern. There's a little girl, I think I say crime can say more simple. Or say your neighborhood. Parents near squatters near there. Or choose them some pass it. School nya no. I'm not be seeing all the way Benkum secondary school e me constituency. Onya day. Na kwala na nka so ba wo. Kwala na emi no be ma ba ko ba ba ko. Parents dey to mutim dada say omo ma kwala no enko school. Do sa na ko kwala ne wa say case. O sa so ye day. Nti no wa say case. Nti abi musa kwala ne na mo a. Endo mi sa ma sa na kwala ne go school. Oh. Baby omo dey ko day no nya na mi se na day nti na day na mo ya fa. Oh say ukwa omo se be twi scale na mi ska chance community ko Ministry of Education na ko complain say uni bi wote aha ye do ba ko benkum for day say omo amboa wa okwala no ntumi ye den enko school endo okoba ye no na omo ye omo aboa na a place no a support na mananya boarding school because that is the essence of the policy. What is the point if akwala no te enkan ha no enya benkum secondary school day parents ni bi na say wentumi afa akwala na enko school ha what is the point okoye no the ministry listen to ne consensus no me say e genuine no ma hwa ya ma no obi so wo ha wonya no hotwom wonya a friend say good school wonya boarding o say me pa decide college enti no me kopo bi akwakotu ya bribe ma no na bribe na wotu enti why na wo de sa bribe no e kwa ma no na ya ji usikedi aso ma hene
ne kwepa say your mindset no it's just going down and shifting responsibility to Aban or also said this is the responsibility of a certain particular group of people to ensure that maybe you know any the development of my area and the crash almost it's worrying.
Yes, you can yeah politicians and so you can so I just say and assign ma we nyina aba because yeah so your corner your kwakwa campaigns na it's as if the nipa ne person omoti bia no whether eno na practical reality or not no the person you catch omo mani into no na wo your campaign also na me baby o na o ba be ko school na so ya hwa also me hwa so nim say wonu tu
utimi oni ada
bia say bi wo ha de bia meka a lot of us politicians we assume a certain power that we don't have. Yemu bebre you assume a certain power that we don't have. Me to me Minister of Interior, me to me found police. Eti bia when we say na miracles, me to me found police. Into my copy abon so be say o fan di rem. Oko baby, o obi say ne ba o person ne ba ye adwuma Bank of we are governor of Bank of Ghana. One are director of each Bank of Ghana. Was a fabrem. Until we have created an impression in the minds of the populace. But it's eating us up too much. Oh. Yes. And you're dangerous. Yes. We creating an impression in the minds of the populace. Say, we are politician. To me, bibia. Ode ono bibia wo man mu bia utube no man penin kra no your man penin so all limitations one brand. So and that is what is causing a lot of the problems that we are facing today. Because if we don't change for 2 days the Maka two sides conversation on this E-Levy introduction. Osha E-Levy introduction now clearly when you are introducing adebia a new biano some of these infractions or some of these things no it will pop up. Yeah. It is just dependent on the agency, in this case GRA, to ensure say education and then rectification by But go on social media and look at how all of us we are throwing it at ourselves. And it be quite genuine concerns. It be a fake. It be nimunya papa and all those things. And we are destroying ourselves.
Yeah, we are destroying. And I'm asking myself that is that what we want to achieve as a country? Ghana, you know.
Say we need yes, 100 cities.
Yeah.
The 100 cities are free.
Yeah.
The Akan in Ghana be between. Send 100 no more money we are.
Yeah.
No, I send it 10 cities. They say that means in the day why 110.
110.
The 10 cities not send it. Now you trust it will be to your tax. See. No screenshot and say, I must say 100 cities cannot be taxed. But
because that's the conversation I'm having. I'm saying that as we speak now, until the court decides otherwise, Ghana has decided that E-Levy it is seen to be a baby. One more seen to rectify says and we are traveling and always coming back to say oh now koha and I say now baha and I say now say and a lot of things
as a country we have come to institutionalize propaganda, lies. I mean, first thing we used to lie about falsehood, misinformation, disinformation. So long as we feel say ebema will be in a political advantage. And even those who are not part of the political system on the ground or can't unsuru. Because when you can say a there is always a political class that will come and back them up. What's a political class? You say numbers. Into my hand, I can be at the end of it. Me a bomb, mine a cry. Oh, the my hand a car and a bit of my quote here in this idea. MPP for in Atanchi. A bit of my quote here MPP there. And this is for in Atam. Who therefore need to film? Ghana, how therefore need to film? Or be a DNA. I not be great to be called Bona police a quack channel. Our police here in the Jumano. So long as a Nipano, I can say, and I'm a Ghana for Namumba, okay, na Obi Edinichi. The people, the political class are always monitoring the mood of the people and always, hatching onto it. And Nipano so whosa and Thomas, they also taking advantage of the system. Last time I say about civil servants. And the technical people in our state agencies are yeah. I'm telling you, Ghana, so for the test report, that's also come. A lot of the issues that we talk about, 80% in your political class. Because maybe as MC, time I'm a tea officer say, maybe sign a check. MC, me who check and put that. My entire 4 years in the office as MC, me who check that. Me who check book that. So what you say? So ube to me I withdraw Accra, the district assembly. MC no so you know se munko iska. Finance officer, no coordinating director and sign a check. Before a finance officer no coordinating director be sign a check no. Just a budget for akoyo processes internal audit for actually assign it. Bibi answer. Inti how can you ever sit somewhere and say and you say we risk no offense can fine. And
that's how we have been communicating. Yes. All of us.
Only access to the money. He has no access. Minister B no assign check. Our mind way. So what you say? But of course, yes, you're orienting populace, in a certain way. The people who are behind the scenes now, actually executing your on the ground. You're free. Esika for pay work room your politicians. We are technical people. They are technical people. They are not politicians. They work with us in the public sector. Obi to be so in a crack it one and see obey your politics. When you know who directors, who chief directors, who head of these institutions. So what you say? But nobody talks about them. In fact, when there are even issues that involve, that's also PAC, Public Accounts Committee. You hear some of the issues. Technical people, no thing some be. Here said recently, some of them were even arrested right on TV near the idea. The level of rots are also among, but nobody is talking about it. The veil be a covered system, and highlights only the political class. I agree. And maybe any leaders, so I just say, you call it short, but can we open up the conversation so that others will also be afraid in doing some of these things?
Yeah, because if we don't do that, if we don't do that, a man forward march in Kankona and Kasadie, it's going to be one of the difficult, especially in a country where a man yosem apai muse ta. It's now the truth is dependent on where you stand as an individual in this country.
Yes. And who is saying it? There are some people in this country. So long as our man so long as America the America so long as our Mampenia Jomahama Casano, the Okenya. So that's the sort of environment that you walk.
But how do we shift near commitment, towards the Ghana agenda than that partisan interest now?
It will take especially in political classroom from both sides, like a particular commitment at a certain point in time. Baku to me, yena bako enjoy emfa because semestry no pana say me who say NDC ni bi akwa kwatwa screenshot of a Momo E-Levy transfer. Minim say enye accurate. Say me have be defend you, but you nyina dia tum say yen sanitize system. Yen kan say ne city Ghana enkoye opposition on the entity enkoye because na inflation a year ago na say sisi aba say fact. So I just say e can no econ education sector you think you adwum na ekoye because enka na nkola no munya exams no score say sisi omunya ni say enka na parents ntumi ntua sisi omutumi ntua. So I just say Ghana yedin because yadwum no dollar no sisi ano aye say empire no kran so dollar na say sisi akwakodu say when we begin to have conversation with facts devoid of emotions, devoid of propaganda and lies, they will have sanity.
But it's becoming dangerous by the day because a Mebunu Dudona age bracket, 18 to 35, I don't know what Ghana is painting to them, what Ghana is telling.
Even me, cry me to hear me you be oh my obi hwehwe me or hwehwe obi atwes come and so hwehwe me. I'm telling you. So people even have enterprises. The gentleman who cloned my account, or they scam me. Me phone na me friend. Me friend ne pen me dey. Me say me friend na me say oh Dennis Miracle-Sabwaji no say na me say oh Dennis Miracle-Sabwaji na e friend wono. No akate lie no. Na me say friend we another man of friend me say master adena oh yes sir. What do you intend to gain from this? And I'm call me Facebook wall. And I'm call try to say nipa we or you fake. And so still, because nipa they are 23 say the fastest way to get whatever he wants is to go and pay a certain 1,000 cedis or 500 cedis. Until you'll be enterprise, or be a Jumano, no people have multiple SIM cards, multiple phones. And that is why when we are talking about registration of SIM cards, me say digitization, and all the cyberspace security, a be anywhere saying registration of SIM cards or mine. Because akwaya or use number ya phone.
Yes, registered.
Sakaya block number be any registered. And anka number be organ be registered anka channel. Because obviously a big card and they are registered to the number. Empo say oh the card wa fan they register cra.
Yep, it will get to you.
And that is why the rigorous process of registration now e mark you ni bana yenti ase na say ye nya obotre kakra yeti ase because the sort of process a year film my SIM card registration a bit thing so we bet me for my work card aye but yes have face to face physical presence now we bet me for Ghana card not that registered SIM cards by 20 not the bonia show but now with this process there is no way because you have to go and get the registration that a laborious a tiring a stressful but it will protect all of us.
Yeah, back to the point I say we need to define ourselves as a country, identity, Papa, because there's a missing link. Who a Ghanaian is, the responsibilities of the citizens, and then that of one public office or space. No more. Yeah.
Public servants, especially politicians. If you be a mensa, I no question say, Crawford do bonnet in our space, but. Say you're breaking someone down for everybody in the value chain to be identified, to be share and rather make Adom FM na make this press freedom index or might be in Africa press freedom war in Ghana. I can tell that I can say with my full chest. Come no gas no pay almost about 300 400 to 500 radio stations. E Ghana obi a political show. Ye trouble Jomahama, ni trouble na Nekufado. Ni a trouble way, ye trouble media people, na media people trouble politicians. Ye be radio phone lines, but on my back Africa ha. You bet me I say sad we cause Ghana. On mine. There were excesses. A lack of professionalism amongst some stakeholders in the Masania Maniba. Police for. Ya ko baby, ye demonstration media for. Won so media tag. O person konechia. Catch the song konechi kakra boko bono. Oh, kochi. My friend, get out! My friend, get out! Leave this place! You know what I'm saying? I'm a media person, and so very reactive. But why are you screaming at me? I'm a media person. I said, get out! No, no, leave my dress. Now, by I say, I escalate. And see, I say, be a media person, and turn and sack a crabina, a quartary police. No action, I say, I've arrested you. Abono. Now, your issues, and about news, international, the president, your indicators, and about no. Media person, Yako baby na Endra was saying and say Yako also for that word me was be I think Endra. Media person who chat video. And I saw in catch also Mpese pictures in a day, a solemn event. Omo announce here. Ti Mpese be a bedding, a back capture video, any BBA. If vice president buy a crowd, me so catch a vice president crowd photographer say Mpe pictures. Akwane see you what no and what 10 we have fun phone. Na osila or capture ocha na so phone na so phone by so but I've told you say this program we don't want images out. Can I please escort you out into we no in kaya another event be and ya so phone and ya sorry dey oba beji phone me ka say ntwa na ade na wucha I have seized your phone when na media person na say twaba and na seize me phone and na bubu me phone ya tete but you were unprofessional. You are at my private events. Me na me invite about me events and I say me na about me events me say me interest say we see metra And media people, some of them, their level of unprofessionalism, no, and remember some of the issues that we have would come. Now Ghana has said, well, all these programs going on the whole day, morning political show, afternoon political show, evening political show, midnight, weekend, so calling, we are. This is not where we are supposed to be. It is because of few issues. We share examples of my kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases. We pay in a mind the sort of bad way. Uko Uganda media person to radio so now president and Kasa in convoy abane abetam no. Why you know? Uko Rwanda ni abetam no. Ghana have presidents being both NDC and MPP. There is no president. Meme Dennis, me to be akase was suppressing media freedom. It is the lack of professionalism on the part of our security agencies, on the part of the journalists themselves in the escalation. Here, your friend is saying, Nancy Kaka Edriadi and DSM by route hereby. So the near Obuko to do Geji, and politician and catchers or Kwabuko to Gage in a shoot. Be a media person incredible. And I hear no more some and a police as our question more with you or question until politician and first bono. We need to begin to call out some of these state institutions are your politicians, so that Sanya may be saying, on Bejana my dino and what's it. Me who rank and we be a one, I'm Raho. Because we have a lot of freedom in this country. Ghana. Obi any Ghana ha, obi to me, I can say, this will be for political expediency. This will be a political expediency. Kotogo nakohe, ko Nigeria nakohe, Ivory Coast say ya konakohe. So I just say Ivory Coast say ya konakohe, ko Nigeria nakohe. Almighty America crampo, Almighty America. Report in 2021, it say close to about 122 media people were molested in the United States of America.
Okay, so but the cripple back on so hard, but my acknowledge say our former ambassador to India, His Excellency Sampiyali Akan, I'm surprised because one of the time there for the year you might have the council meeting. Council is the case, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because
I was informed very late.
Okay.
And I thought of taking off. You are winning.
Yeah, but thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Give me.
That's what you keep telling me. I'm sure day. Say we can watch me. Your Excellency, thank you so much. Thank you. So I'm it's like on there ahead of time. What's that happening? Anyway, the it's just the Ghana conversation. Yeah, have one. There will be a cripple apart. Citizens, sometimes we forget ourselves that we are also a part of the journey to make sure the country becomes successful. And again, we are doing certain old things. And the latest one was on this E-Levy, being tolerant to ourselves as a country. Odi adefo fraba minya shortfalls and there many be challenges be wa eba yes me kana wudi matem na we should deal with them and no does not solve the problem we have as a country in terms of E-Levy challenges and solve. And again, citizens who say a stake, their stake now is to insult. Now majority of Ghanaians, what they are best at is that when there are crisis or when there are challenges, they resort to say, attempt. It's making us miss out our identity. And you're not careful, so a man yosem ye pa, but a man yosem ya and you ever called dichimu. So we are trying to unearth how some of these things, a bit make join the Ghana agenda, and then others will follow suit completely. Meaning what you have to say. Akwa baby.
Mine, mention with you. Na mempacho, because I am on taka the betime.
Yeah.
Na asema is that to me. Oh man, in my position, 100 that. Only that me position in there. A man wa and son of Fusuban, be seen him. So crossing na be able to afford. So man in the Sir Fusibano, anyhow. So what I say? This unya koshe Fusibano now what to a young piano, can say who no can say me here. Guess who crew now woman. Your boss of the baby will be coffee. When I bones there, so why are the people another one at the people? For me, Ghana is more and must be more important than all of us in this country. And you agree with me? So, Oman, who or see here, change, baby, or aduminti. Oman, you may say, aduminti. A man for na kasa, oh, Kotina, na some ye. What you say? Obia, friends, me buy away. When one intimate fan who has a Kotina, maybe I'm trying to. You cannot do that. Oman Penny, ambassador, Obia doing it. This is all mine, no man, quine. What you say? There's a Kotina who we. That's a afraid you wouldn't with him or mine. I didn't need so far. As a man is so can walk. What you say? Not just your problem. E-Levy by it has been, say, government the policy about NDC against, all right, and the fight is between them.
Yeah.
Not because of the merit of the argument, but because of the numbers, number play. Yeah. That is what we saw from January. Say OBS Kimu, so we no man now they are bad there, and totally ignoring the people on which the E-Levy or the policy will have impact. Yeah. I have seen your market service, Adom FM, another television station. The market women who are going to be impacted, and I say market women in the one by implement this policy. Say be you, say you, and I'm a boy. Na woman no e complain say adia no yantiase. Woman complain say adia no e ba ha yen. Yen say yen ya ko school na enimu nwoma no ayo wa ban mu. Yes oh eye ma yen. Oh Ghana phone to tax. Inti we no be all inclusive. Am obi etua bi. Amanyene Ghana phone to tax.
Etua. Toko de down.
Yetua Ghana for tax. And one is the cost of governing this country a madness. The cost of managing this small country, a bodam sem. Here a friend say Oma from the Abaya Juma for penny for physical omoje. Minority office. We are chief director and that's we are managing director. Me accounts, I see whatever goes through me. Your command increase at 4%. All right. Now, no salary, the editor watchman, a friend says security allowance, a chair monthly salary. Is that the equity and equality we are talking about? Ekoka na koye wajibidin. Both NDC and MPP, I mean, you know what my stand of it. And so, who say the cost of running this country far above our means.
The cost is far above our means.
Of course.
It is Mpensenpensemu.
India, one population India. India, it is say. Delhi, grandpa population, I say. The whole of India, so one population, the whole of America, one population. They have only 7 Supreme Court judges. Are you following me? For 33 million people, we have how many Supreme Court judges? Almost 13. Now, almost so Kofia, Obia in the salary beko. What you want to say, allowance say no, and also at the same. So if you have 13 Supreme Court judges, many Court of Appeal judges, and the High Court judges, what does the state justice Ben here deliver to the people? All right? Now, look at our Ministry of Agriculture. How much money, and yes, they want more for budget for agric. Right? Agric. That make a massive say. One seminar, I know no. Say the Scanama farmers are umbeduan toast if you are commanded by crime. This is the problem we are facing. It's not the NDC by the MPP. The cost of managing this country is so outrageous. We is Supreme Court. We judges now. What about Council of State? What are they state council of what? Penina Elko Nabemun. When the Mkrovo person as ministers. Yeah. So what is the Council of State dangling they're doing? And the Article 71
office holders.
Office holders. You know, Send a wokan say young Pelmu and your Modra. The best ever Casacasacasane, Jacopin Pine.
But you've raised a very good point that it's not about the NDC MPP.
No.
The cost of running this country is total madness.
Madness is total outrageous. And say, ye Kojisika, what is my hoodie? Ye Kojisika, ye can't first, ye can't total revenue na boom. Now you share loans na dia Kojina, a certain percentage to go to salaries and wages. All right? So, all the many people that are appendages on our government, okay, that special assistant, what assistant, no. In a way, a form of employment. But government employs people for a certain productivity to contribute to the national quota. All right? Now, but if somebody sits somewhere where a special assistant, meanwhile, there's a chief director in the company, in the organization. There are other directors. So what is a special assistant coming to do? Well, no, we are not a fit tech and you have found the special assistant because we're politically loud. You have found the special assistant. What does he know more than the chief director?
Impact
Yes, sir. What does he know more than the chief director? And invariably, we politicians give each of such special assistants, what? Vehicles. You have to be a chief director, you have to be a man. So go to your ministries, one common ministry. You see a galore. V8. And you know the cost of one V8?
Yeah.
$175,000. If you are living in such opulence, how do you get money, to invest?
So as a man, that's how we've lived.
We've lived. And I like the way you pose the question. So now what we are doing is this. We are living on misinformation. All right? Whatever NDC does, they have to find communicators to come and talk about it. And then you make this say, downgrade, upgrade, if I say downgrade position. All media people are coming to justify. No, if I say America cry, say America say. That is we're not talking about America. Ghana. What we are talking about is Ghana. What we are talking about is say you can George Floyd you, say you and for prisoner be charged and prisoner order and kafu. What we are doing about is Ghana. You come journalist in a very bizarre condition. You Bianca. So you cannot convince me that the security.
Very serious.
Yes. You cannot convince me that there's security, there's freedom in Ghana because America, you can't say that. I mean, they make Chinese say, Tabi Mekawa. See, I hear ye a man your phone. A man phone by Brayasam.
Two pictures of
So, woman can you crown? So, woman can you one becker? Because the two baby it is assumed, say, young to one year to about my woman. They will keep quiet and work. And I'm a one. So that in Puntua, I was say, ye deba or man, one diaba, no man for me now at a woman. But say, I call you say, some draw pencil crap, maybe the pencil crash and virtual, some truffle to tour with the bear campaign. We are running this country on propaganda. We are running this country on misinformation.
Okay, you asked us about Dennis. The conversation, I'm saying, I don't know.
I think we're on the same page.
On the same page. You wanted an expose of all the professional actors in the whole
everybody, every stakeholder in this state is culpable. Nobody is saint. Is a saint in this conversation.
All of us
all of us. We are all culpable. The only difference between those of us in the political class and the ones who are not in the political class, say you're the high to yourself. Now even private people, private businesses. You're two Petros amanonia. The next 2 days, no more to Petros. You're so a move for me. That's what you did.
Okay, so we're back. Lots of your text messages are about Edamunina must say what the text message John Abba, Ebekin Kayamamo, and the writer. But Mameka say former ambassador to India, His Excellency Sam Piale, Hanum says Sansuna Miracles, Dennis Abuaji, Director of Local Government and Decentralization. So Hanum say the topics I think unfortunately, yeah, it's China, Ghana and because it's becoming worrying. Said yeah, on my Ghana and New Mexico. There's more worrying, especially when you can't afford to do that exposure. No, Amanonia Kusuku, Amanone, so the name about community because GDC be blending with the Ghana identity. No, they will get the best for us as a country. Yes, I hear and the mindset Ghana for yeah. You know, say na make a miracles. No far in Ura, no what to actually form. Was it didn't to Zoom lion car, no jaro now call. You know, I feel with the development here a shortcut. Inti ubia ni say oil lead cross or hospital na or banker. Uties kama tell na ibe in free line him. No, wabedikai. How do we move away? You know, because a shame poker na me akwanso. It me fan your man to say the me you have me kuma free. You know, a fan your mana, maniko kewim na ubi tisru no kutaba, no the piepia ahoma, no the titi. You see, and you never share sa man de free afo. Atwemu asante me twemu eastern region atwema be doing cry. Se nyame anya dum na emuni hwe ho a, ese onyame na de ma, onyame na eji. And we cannot continue to do these same old things and expect that there's going to be a major change in our lives and in our environment and whatever, in leadership and all that. But, Ambassador, I think some of these things, some small boy, painful being lose a certain trust, a certain respect. Because, it was difficult, extremely. You look into the face or eyes of an elderly person, you know, the Ghana entity factor, no, seems to be going down. Or mine so money for money standards, money should be beyond. Or mine, it's just sinking because there's no standard to measure.
I mean, the first thing we should do, and it's for me, all the reforms are here in education, it has come to nothing. Which is me call O-level. If you say also call O-level, basically. Now we share quality of education that and at that level, no. I mean, can say, my SSS, no, and never bad yet. But and no reform or a general reform or regional reform or the history, the study of history. Effie, yang museum, and I'm one. Now history a day. It's a war. Where you came from? What kind of me afuni? And I'm a one. Obieni how cameraman obieni wa one in the crew man. Now one person who said yeah the crew cry a better. Today we don't study it. We had a joy to read Thompson's book about the expansion of the European empires also, but Yankasa history. Yeah, more from who say na cultural studies. Cultural studies. Amambre na amanyosem ye kire and then you are equating that to dondo, playing dondo in the for assembly. Japanese for, Chinese for, India for. They use their local language. I told you something because Indian person practicing. I joined their bar association. Now, one kasa uko court na judge ne ma summary na o ma order na o kan in India. You understand what I'm saying? At that level, Supreme Court they still speak their language. What ko Chinese school bi mo mo ka brofo di kiran kwala ageda adeda. Yen kwa na enim. Yet brofo chen English for na nkasa and then so for telephone na ring na say oba na what that end na brofo wo be ka no.
Hello?
Na me say na we so dey ayadan. What do you woman papers on juro so won timi juro.
See form.
So first and foremost we should look at our education system and stop the many meaningless reforms. Why? 2, we need to go back to the basics. People downplay Kwame Nkrumah's way of giving patriotism as an education to the youth. I was a young pioneer at a very youthful age, but I still remember everything that I was taught. Between you and Ghana first. Right? All those teachings, you need somebody to give the children. And then, according to what? The mommy, video, what WhatsApp, no? The papa said that a friend's phone, summer, the banner. In the house, no, there's no communication. You understand what I'm saying? According to what cartoons, the cartoons is so. Abrafuna in such a way say it should tune her mind or his mind to some form of thinking. And we are all helpless. Sir, who hear Nigerian film be all right? Now, sir, your child was saying you see a poison will be a film no more. What are you learning?
You're learning same.
In Kwalan Kitty, I hear say now, other colleagues, Eddie Obia Kojisika drew. No wonder we had it in Kaswa. They want to get rich quick. And then, be a bed, big cars.
Another area.
Big cars. Cars, one ferry some bed drive or car.
You be like a swap up now. I was a breath. Maybe I express the air.
That's the value system we are introducing.
Yeah.
I think we should have more of such conversations. I'm not worried to say you can't say Bekanianka. And you hear there are people who are watching and then they've probably been stimulated.
Yeah.
Stimulated, almost on bedroom. Can imagine if every day you're committing 10 minutes across all platforms in the country. This kind of conversation. At least and then me said the Akan and no people baby no say that they mean to a bribe. Just based on conversation and conversation. But chance will not be Ubia Beckham, a church no be a Beckham, then we can make progress. Yeah, higher 100. We are so wicked to ourselves as a people. Obi te ho, the Juma is say oh yeah no. It's son is on him say so maybe we are show bebre, Obama is scanty. On yen intem. Say na we be we show. Nti na wait me about meniska. Nti oto like a desika. Why slow or yen intem will be a contem. Nobody will be discomforted for them to have the industry of bribery.
Deliberate.
Yes, sure. It's created.
Deliberate.
Yes, sure. It's created. What should I have and now all delay process, you know.
Sure.
So you'll be discomforted. No, it's your bribe. And it's our own people.
Kolebu na kwa yesa do kayu card.
Kolebu is one place I never want to. I had an experience there in I think somewhere June 2016. I never want to go there.
Kolebu de miakasa kwa my experience. Kolebu.
That's supposed to be our premier hospital.
It is a hospital. Service. But it was a hospital. I'm a choir. Ukwa iso ukra ufoda she wa motium ye yima wa ese she wa motium akopem ta mebia ye be you. In fact I know some people who are patients with Kolebu a ye omu wie kra omside foda no kofie because there's a thinking say uja to hwa o ba behwehwa bebre
and Kolebu manual still when ene obi wura consulting room we are obeko a pharmacy department or na the details so obi pharmacy department call lab or na
the computer when you buy when you his excellency you enemy when you na do when you
but Kolebu is serious so Kolebu is serious
na say ya no we omo word be now omo go to the in the check go
Kolebu this is not politicians so these are people who are supposed to be Ghanaians one of us now hospital dey ka say kan yin we hwe unu ya Ghanani when I was skills are, we bet me the assign yari o. Waba he is in pain. What so no be at him. So can tum na dey enkre
service provision.
You will never find this in a lot of civilized countries. I'm telling you.
If we Kolebu nkwa yini here, e betimi amanye a lot of millions of cities.
Now the next private hospital to Kolebu that is owned by a private person na enya buying there no I know so Ghana for na edwuma edwuma ho no Obekono, they are nice.
Oh, now they have this example.
Obekono, they are nice.
I mean, this example, Master Uncle for you, say, Omoye a feed this
lamp.
Feed this say, I've forgotten their name, or I'll just a very serious company. Later, I who says a Ghanaian company. Who say Ghana for a
company.
Lancet.
Oh yes. Medium from
MDS Lancet. Yeah.
I'm take sample.
MDS Lancet. When they give you 6, it is 6. I'm telling you, when they want to send you the mail in 2 days, you hear from us. In 2 days, you check your mail. It's there.
I Ghana for me say
Ghana for
I'm
sure it is the leadership.
Opa, Unifree hospital ho. Na fa ne ko Aban hospital. So long as I share the trim say e ho ya Aban there no. The post
Yeah.
The post asesa. It's terrible. So what I say, and these are conversations that we must have, whether we like it or not.
Because all what you have done from 9 a.m. to 12 midday is to look through your lotto papers and just work it out without anything.
No,
about 2 WhatsApp
banks. Who buying bank? Now who private banker?
There's a clear difference.
Who to be coba? Na see me ko buying banks back on. Na me delay mu. Time as say me confirm member of school. Na tell her no, ohwe back on. No sorry. No akọ ekyire onim de okoye. No akọ bu nsuo. Na nante ekọ de be nante free ne way ni kibiko onim akọ no. Na oye osan ye baako bi ma na ne colleague bi abegya na echi. Na waka bi egu na sem. Na o ma sere. O mo sere ya na wabọ ne kakra na okọ. Na otewa na another person e de check bi afa ekyire abre no. Na we process here no. No de ama no. Na okọ. Obeko no de akoma another customer no so abawo. Ono say the
let's be that say miracles be that say.
Come here. It didn't used to be like this. Own him.
Yeah.
It didn't used to be like this.
It's getting bad.
And no government service there. Yeah, government service.
Yeah, that's it. Let's learn our lessons. Let's change Ghana. A chance we move here. We don't even say. Yeah, can we do too.